What's up, Reject Nation? It is I, Jonald the Hump, coming at you. Greg sends his love. He is on the road back from Colorado. So right now it's just me, man. And it's a special day because we've got a new trailer. And not for just anything. We've got a new trailer for Jordan Peele's sophomore feature film effort, which is very exciting. I think we all remember collectively, I would hope we all remember collectively when Get Out came out. That was a pretty exciting time just because, you know, new voice on the scene, crushed it with that debut, and yeah, I'm very excited to hop into this. But before we do that, people, just want to say, hey, Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. We didn't cover this yesterday because we don't take very many days off here at The Real Rejects, but Christmas Day, you know, seemed appropriate. But yeah, Happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Happy Holidays if you celebrate holidays. And before we hop into this review, just want to give a quick shout out to the Stardust app. Would love it if you follow us over there. Link in the description box. We post a bunch of 30-second reviews, reactions, and even micro sketches to various films, TV shows, and trailers. All the latest stuff, some classics that we don't touch upon on the channel as well. It's a lot of fun, and we would love it if you come over there and join us. Like I said, we got a link in the description box, link down below in the pinned comment. And if you do download the app, make sure to follow us first so that they know we sent you. Anyway, let's hop into this trailer. I'm very excited. I don't know much of anything about it, and that's the way I like to go in. And also, a Patron of the Day shout out at the end of this video for Derek Mitchell. But for right now, let's hop to it. Here we go. Winston Took.
That's a classic right there.
I got 5 out of me. It's about drugs.
It's not about drugs. It's a dope song. Don't do drugs.
That's a good bumper for Monkey Paw.
Did you hear Gabe got a vote?
He's kidding, right?
He's not kidding.
Hey, I just got that clock.
Oh yeah.
Where's
Good
Jason?
claw. Ugh.
I didn't know if you were lost. Stick with me, and I'll keep you safe.
Love these like ink blots.
There's a family in our driveway.
It's probably the neighbors. But y'all scared of a family? Hi, can I help you?
Zora, put your shoes on.
If you want to
Ooh.
get crazy, we can get crazy.
Ow.
You people.
Tush. They look exactly like us. Think like us. They know where we are. We need to move and keep moving. They won't stop until they kill us. Kill them.
So many feelings right now. Oh wow. I feel like I need to watch that again. Alright, so right off the bat, I mean, I like the way this trailer is structured. I mean, it just has a very traditional horror movie structure where things start out normal. We're just kind of spending a little time with the family here, getting to know their dynamic, getting to know some of their friends, and then all of a sudden, this shit begins to hit the fan and things get weird. And I'm just really excited to see what Jordan Peele's got cooking under the hood of this movie, because, I mean, Get Out was a very assured debut in terms of style and in terms of idea, really in every department. I remember that movie blowing all of us away, partly because it's such a confident horror movie anyway, but it's also got a lot going on up here, and I'm very excited to pick out what the themes are gonna be. All what? You done with me? All right, I get it. I'm excited to pick out what the themes are going to be. I mean, off the bat, you've got this doppelganger thing going on, which looks very creepy and unsettling, and it looks like there are almost subtle differences between them and their various doppelgangers. Looks like the little boy's got his face burnt up or something like that underneath the mask. And I'm interested to see what that metaphor is going to turn into, because I gotta imagine there are going to be both themes of identity as well as just the darker sides of ourselves, I'm sure, going into this visual metaphor and whatnot. And yeah, that concept of doppelgangers is something that is like subtly freaky, you know, because it's just uncanny and it's off and it's kind of wrong, and by the looks of this trailer, it seems as though things are gonna go pretty crazy, pretty off the rails. I wonder, you know, what the sort of setup is gonna be, what leads to this. And I mean, one of the things that gets me most excited for this trailer is the tone overall. I mean, it definitely has some of those tonal earmarks that Get Out has, in the sense that it looks very grounded, but also very unsettling at the same time, very sort of surreal, but using elements that aren't too out there to achieve that aesthetic. But also, I mean, I almost got like a Funny Games kind of vibe from some of these more, you know, interior shots where they're like in the house and they're being directly confronted by the doppelganger versions of themselves. And I like how the doppelgangers all look a little bit different or have some kind of tweak, even though they are very similar to their counterparts. They're not exactly the same. The mannerisms that are coming off of them, just some of the really strange and unsettling images, you know, where like the little girl like grabs her own neck and stuff like that. I love the lighting of a lot of these scenes. I love just the what the fuckness of a lot of this, especially like with the flaming car and stuff like that. And I wonder how their friends are gonna figure into this as well. You've at least got Elizabeth Moss, who I recognize, you know, from Mad Men, from Handmaid's Tale and whatnot. It's cool to see her in like a film. And I wonder, you know, just how the setup is going to affect, because I have to imagine that that's gonna be a part of the overall metaphor of the movie, just because Jordan Peele seems like he is very interested in telling these social thrillers, as he calls them, which I'm really thrilled that we're getting this influx into the genre, you know, because one thing that horror and science fiction are so great at is allegory, and I feel like things like Get Out are especially exciting because with that movie he proved that you can easily take something that is very unsettling and very horrific and very satisfying as a horror flick and also give it a bit of a cultural consciousness about it that is both intriguing but not overbearing, you know, to the point that it feels preachy or whatever. And I feel like, you know, that's a very assured and finessed way to approach that. And so yeah, I'm just excited to see what themes come out of this, and also just excited to see the performances too. I'm always happy when notable actors and whatnot show up, A, in horror movies, and B, in movies like this that seem a little more grounded in life and emotions and whatnot. You got Winston Duke coming off of Black Panther, and Lupita Nyong'o both, but you know, like I got introduced to her from 12 Years a Slave and stuff like that, and so I think it's cool to see them kind of tackling these roles where ostensibly they'll start out as just a normal couple, and then over the course of time things will deteriorate and they'll be pushed, and I'm sure, you know, it looks like they're gonna give some pretty stellar performances. And by the looks of it, it seems like they're each going to get to play, each of the four leads anyway, are going to get to play totally different versions of themselves, which for actors, I gotta imagine, is really fun. And for us as an audience, especially, you know, with the caliber of actors they've got here, I'm pretty excited to see what they bring to both sides of that coin. And Jordan Peele, man, he knows how to capture people crying in the face of just, you know, hopeless doom. Just that grim, just like single tear face, you know. Both Get Out and this trailer have a moment just like that, and he's really great at capturing those emotions in a way that they just really sink beneath your skin. And I wonder what some of the more out there elements of this trailer are going to be too, because what I do also appreciate is that while I get the setup, I don't feel like this trailer is giving away a heap ton, hopefully anyway. I feel like this movie's gonna go places that this trailer might not even fully be hinting at for us. And it also just looks like this movie is gonna get pretty surreal. I would expect that, certainly. You got these like weird symmetrical Rorschach like ink blots and this weird recurring hallway set, and I wonder what that's gonna do and how much sort of reality bending they're gonna use that for, because there's at least one shot here where you've got the girl doing ballet on stage and then all of a sudden she's in this hallway with a bunch of people at the end, and then you've got the same hall again later filled with rabbits. Like you got the beach and the lake and the house, and all of that looks kind of succinct and you know, of a certain area, but then you have these other settings that just look pretty messed up and pretty strange, and I gotta wonder how much reality warping this movie is gonna do, and also just the freaky mannerisms that the doppelgangers all seem to be demonstrating is just so unsettling. So yeah, man, I mean, as far as a follow-up to Get Out, you know, it's like I had no idea what to expect, but this trailer has me super excited. I mean, it's got all the earmarks I would hope for, you know, it looks like a family tale that's going to get progressively twisted as it goes on. This looks like one of those movies where you're gonna watch people deteriorate and get more and more desperate as it goes, and as fraught as those movies can be, I really enjoy that flavor, and also it looks like it's going to maybe dive into some very surreal territory, which I appreciate, especially from Jordan Peele, and especially knowing what his sensibilities are. He's also bringing back the Twilight Zone, so I gotta imagine that anything that he does is gonna have that element of commentary to it, and I'm excited to see what themes this movie decides to play upon as well. This looks pretty awesome on pretty much every level, and I'm sure there are gonna be a lot of Easter eggs too. I mean, you got this Thriller t-shirt here, you got the little boy with the mask whose name is Jason and whatnot. I gotta imagine there's gonna be some good horror love in this movie. Also wondering what the significance of all these scissors are, this motif of the scissors, and it seems like there might be some doppelgangers of their friends as well, or maybe their friends are not doppelgangers but are involved. I don't know, but suffice to say, I'm very excited to see what this movie turns out to be. Very excited to see more from Monkey Paw Productions, and yeah, man, that's what I got for now. What did you guys think, though? Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this trailer. Are you excited? Is there something that you picked up on that I missed here? Let me know. And before we wrap out this video, I just want to give a quick patron of the day shout out to the man Derek Mitchell. Derek, I hope you're doing all right. I know times have been a little tough for you lately, but I know that you've also been tripping down a horror rabbit hole watching the American Horror Story, which is pretty wild, not necessarily the most conscious type of horror, but definitely unsettling, disconcerting, and surreal. So I figured you might appreciate this trailer as well. So I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're enjoying that journey, and I hope it's helping to make things a little bit more, you know, pleasant as you deal with what's been going on in life lately. And I hope you had a happy Christmas as well. Congrats on your new gig, too. You know what? That's the thing, is now that you're working in tech and stuff like that, I feel like you, to me, are like Lil Rel Howery in Get Out, where it's like, you know, you may be at the TSA, or you may be working in tech, and that might not be the most exciting thing of all time, but pretty soon you're gonna have to save our asses from some kind of horrible horror scenario, and when that time comes, I'm gonna be really comforted to see your face when you show up to rescue us from whatever horrors have befallen us.
I'm TS motherfucking A. We handle shit.
But anyway, man, I hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas to you. Hope you're hanging in there. And we will talk again soon. Much love, brother. And for the rest of you, happy holidays again as well. Hope y'all are having a nice week. Hope y'all are having a nice end of the year. And we will catch you on the next one. As always, you can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell to get updated every time a review or a video is out. Follow us on the Stardust app. Check us out on Patreon. All that good stuff. Much love, party people. And as always, cheers!